my opinion, Bruce Conner is the most important artist of the 20th century.
When you say avant-garde film, most people's instinctive response is to think of academics, museums, elite culture. That really avant-garde film is populist film, the film that people make for themselves. There were two filmmakers who were the most populist. One was Kenneth Anger, who made Scorpio Rising, and the other was Bruce Conner with a movie in Cosmic Ray.
Many people look at the 20th century as the century of cinema. Bruce Conner was, first and foremost, a visual artist, somebody who always was drawing. Really understood the world through a kind of visual lens, but also deeply influenced by the movies. And he was actually someone who understood the power of just the scale of the cinema, but also loved the way in which films were put together. And some of the things that influenced him, some of the aspects of cinema, were what we'd almost want to call kind of like detritus, the kind of marginalia. He loved coming attractions.
Here was an artist who was proficient in many media. He was a filmmaker, he was a sculptor, he was a draftsman, he was a photographer. He was a figure of extreme independence.
Conner was one of the most popular filmmakers of that time, possibly, of course, by his association with rock and roll, which by the late 60s had become culturally the most significant medium.
We knew of Bruce Conner and his association with the beat movement. We were aware of his work, and especially we liked his collage work and his early film collages, which ultimately inspired me to do Beautiful World, my own collage that I directed.
Despite the fact Bruce says that he gets cranky about suggesting that he was the father of music video, don't let him fool you.
There's a real physicality in how he cuts. You can feel it, and it's like a machine gun, and it's really kinetic. But he also, as a cameraman, as a cinematographer, has this way of shooting, of being physically involved with the subject.
And there's a great sense of spirituality, a great sense of sort of mysticism. It's not going to be made clear for you, but it is made manifest for you through his work, and that is something that only a great artist can do.
He had to kind of put his finger on what that pleasure principle of watching films and of that sound and image and that kind of mashup that happens in classical cinema, but also in experimental cinema. He wanted to sort of both do it, show it, and expose it.
Music videos have become one of the most representative and summary art forms of our period. Bruce Conner himself was quite resentful that a lot of the techniques he pioneered were appropriated, but he was never given the credit for it, except what you're doing now is obviously giving him that credit, even if it is a little bit too late, but it's still very necessary historically that his innovation and genius are recognized.
Before music videos pervaded popular culture, Bruce pioneered techniques of montage and subliminal messaging with thousands of images that are precisely cut to the soundtrack. Three-Screen Ray is a reimagined and expanded version of Cosmic Ray, which he made more than 40 years later. He created literally a cinematic slot machine. Images meet, they diverge, and they meet again. His editing style ensures that the viewer will never experience the work the same way twice.
Cosmic Ray, that is really the first film that's set to a piece of popular music. It was set to Ray Charles's What Did I Say? And it was additionally important, and it was the first time in the history of American avant-garde film that reference was taken from popular music rather than from jazz.
See the girl with the diamond ring?
This is a film that was made by an artist, and you can actually see the way in which he's physically put it together. He abrades the image, he scratches the image, he throws ink on the image. This is a handwork piece, so it's like a collage. It's like an assemblage piece. It's an artwork as much as it is a motion picture.
So put all these things together, and that kind of explosive collage made the film that everybody recognizes is the most significant antecedent of pop music videos.
It's about a depth of feeling, it's about the allure of the feminine, and it's about the power of media and the power of art. And he puts them together in a way that is, stunning. I mean, this is probably the greatest short film of all time.
If you don't do right, tell me what I said. Tell me what I said. Tell me what I said. Tell me what I say right now. Tell me what I said, yeah. Tell me what I said. 'Cause I wanna know. Said I wanna